Morning, morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel if you're not new, and welcome if you are new. If you see anything you like, I hope you'll consider, pressing the like button or maybe making a comment. That always makes me happy to have new people to the channel, introduce themselves or just make a short comment. And if you feel further led, you can subscribe from the subscriber bell up in the right-hand corner. You just tap that, and it costs nothing, but it lets you know when I have new videos. It keeps you in the loop. We'll get to know one another and become fast friends. Anyway, I got just a few things today I want to show you. First of all, happy Earth Day. I had the bright idea. Yes, I did. I was going to make seed balls, and I was going to throw them in the woods. I got special seeds native to the Northwest here in Washington State. I got special soil. I ripped up newspaper, and because that you have to add that to the outside, and I made 1.5 of the seed bombs. When I realized I wasn't cut out for this, they were ugly. They were not as cute as they are in the pictures. So, to that end, here's some dirt and some seeds that I plan to lob into the woods. It said you can do that. It's just not as cute. And we've had some real wet weather the last week, so it's a perfect timing. And there you go. That's my Earth Day seed bombs right there. That's one big bomb right there. Okay, so now I'll show you the next bit of news. And here's what else I wanted to show you. This is my very first colored picture from the youngest grandchild, little Mr., because I'm used to saying Miss Patience my whole life. Little Mr. Emmett colored his first fishy picture. Look at that. It says to Grandma Kendra from Emmett. So I'll keep this on the refrigerator with a magnet. He'll be 2, I think, the end of May, I believe. I could be wrong. It might be the end of June. I gotta look. I've got to think. I'll show you. Okay, I'm going to get right down to the cinnamon pull-aparts now. So there's not a lot of difference in my mind between cinnamon pull-aparts and monkey bread, other than the pan, I guess. I'm not going to be using a bundt pan like I would with monkey bread. I'm also not going to be using a lot of cream cheese like I usually do. I usually stuff my monkey bread rolls with powdered sugar, cream cheese, butter mixture, like a ball of it, but I'm not going to do that with this. These are just simply pull-aparts. Okay, so I'll just tell you real quick what I've got here. And there's my oven. It's ready. I'm going to bake it, I think, at 375, maybe 350. I didn't follow a recipe again. Okay, so I'm using 2 of the original recipe cinnamon rolls, and I sprayed I'm using a cake pan, a bread pan. I sprayed it with Pam. And now, after that, I took a little melted butter and drizzled it around the edges on the inside and the bottom for flavor. I'm going to be using dark brown sugar and cinnamon, just, straight up cinnamon, and white sugar. And like I said, the melted butter. So I'm going to put things into the melted butter, and I'll show you what comes after that. That's close to 1/2 cup of real butter. This is probably 2 tablespoons, maybe 1.5 tablespoons of that cinnamon, and it goes. Like I said, no recipe. There's lots of them out there if you want to look and do it. And I'm going to put some granulated sugar. Now I've got the granulated sugar, butter, and cinnamon mixed up, and this is chunks of dark brown sugar. Dark brown sugar is going to make it nice and caramely pulley tasting. And sweet. There we go. I don't know, maybe altogether, maybe 3/4 cup. This is kind of hard, this sugar, but it'll be fine. It'll melt in this liquid and be the right consistency. I'll get this stirred up and ready. Okay, brown sugar, cinnamon, butter, and white sugar all mixed together. And I'd give it a taste, and it tastes really good. I can taste the sugar, I can taste the brown sugar, I can taste the butter and the cinnamon. So it is as it should be. Now I'm going to roll out one of these and dip it in here. We've had a fail. Houston, we have a problem. You can't mix well, I can't anyway. You can't mix the brown sugar and everything together with the butter and then just dip them. You got to do your butter separate, because when I did it, this is what I got. This is not what I was hoping for. So I got more brown sugar and cinnamon and granulated sugar. My brown sugar is in blocks because it's gotten air to it, you know. And I know you can soften it with bread and blah, blah, blah. But I don't have time for that. I stuck it in a coffee grinder. You know what happens to dark brown sugar when you put it in a coffee grinder? Coffee bean grinder, it turns kind of whitish. It's not as dark as it was, but when I put the cinnamon in there, it made it look darker. So we're all good. So I'm going to take this fail right here, and I'm going to roll it in the dry ingredients and then put it in the pan like I should have done in the first place. Learning here, if I would follow a recipe, I wouldn't have to. That's better. So I set the first one up like that. I decided not to use this because it's just taking all the cinnamon off the rolls, you know, that it comes with, that are embedded in these already. So I just using my fingers. I use 2 hands and I go around the edges. The cinnamon's making me look like I've been working in the garden too. Anyway, you'll see. And of course, here they are. The first can. Now I'll do the second can. It comes out looking a little bit like yeast, bread yeast, you know, and not really brown sugar, but once you mix it into the other stuff, it goes ahead and gets the right color, so it's all good. Just a tip, if you have a coffee grinder and some hard brown sugar. I turned the oven down to 350 from 375. I started thinking glass pan, I might like to make sure it doesn't burn. So I put a little bit, well, just a little bit left of this brown sugar and butter and everything that I had mixed first, thinking I would just use that, and I didn't. Okay, so now I'm going to take another thing, and this will be the last thing. This is whipping cream. And I'm just going to pour a little bit all around, and I'm going to need both eyes because I'm holding the camera. Done. I used all of it. So I've found that when you use whole whipping cream on your regular cinnamon rolls, it makes them a lot more tender and soft and yummy, and adds to the fat. And since I didn't use all the butter, now we've got this fat. I'm going to stick it in the oven. I'm going to cover it first with nonstick foil, and then I'll take the cover off at the end. Okay, I've got the timer here for 20 minutes, and I'll take the lid off of it at that point and see if it looks like it needs to have the lid off to continue to rise and turn brown. And that's that. I'm going to clean up my... Okay, my timer ended, and I'm just going to reach in and grab snatch off this foil. Oh, it's going to take a whole lot longer than I thought it was. At least in that, well, live and learn. Okay, so I gave it 20 minutes. Now I'm going to give it another 20 minutes. Timer. 20 more minutes, thank you. Okay, sorry for the noise of the dishwasher. Here they are. Obviously, I'm going to wait until they stop boiling and hope that some of this liquid is sucked up in. I kind of wonder if I ought to dump it upside down and on a dish as soon as it stops boiling, so that the top gets as much of the melty as the bottom. I might do that. Flying by the seat of my pants here. Well, there it is. Excuse the dishwasher noise again. I wouldn't call it pretty. And boy, was it hot when I put it on this plate. It was hotter than I thought it was. This is going to dry, I think, hard and sticky. I don't think it's going to be soft, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I'm back. I've got a fork and I've got a plate, and this is still hot, but I can't wait. I want to see what it looks like. So here, come on down close if you want to. And so it's supposed to pull apart like this. It doesn't look too bad. Now, you know, I've got this here to drizzle on top of it. It's actual cream cheese frosting, but I don't think it needs any more sugar, really. Let's have a taste. They feel dense, probably because I squished them. There's the bottom. There's the top. Look at that. It's like caramel. You might like it. I don't know. So there's the edge that I pulled off and got here. You know, it's okay. I don't know that it's all that. And I'm sure if I'd followed a recipe, I would have had better luck and I would have thought better of it. But anyway, this is my fail. Don't be a Kendra. Anyway, if you want to say anything about this, you go right ahead because you can't say anything worse than I'm thinking. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.